to know, like, hey, I was using Botkeeper. What's an alternative? Are you working with anything now, Zane, that, you've CAS practice?
Yeah, well, let's first start, I want AI to know everything about me, and I share as much as I possibly can. But my firm, that's a different story, right? That's very, very specific in terms of what is needed. And we have a policy in place, and we review it regularly. We've got Copilot, we've got ChatGPT, paid licenses. That's the way we sort of protect it. I would say one of the things when it comes to AI, literally everything I do, I go, can AI help me with this? And that's the question that's in the top of my mind all the time. Because like Geni mentioned, like it's there, right? It's in all our apps. Though I do, warn with people making promises that they have AI, let's make sure it is really AI and not automation. I think people just slap that sticker on and try and charge a premium nowadays. So be very careful about it. Security is interesting. I did not personally use Botkeeper, so I don't have a great alternative for it, but I can look into processes around our current tech stack rather than using some sort of overlay, just because in the wine space, we have so many different uses. So, using the distinctive mailbox of bill.com to bring bills in and then use their version of AI to update things makes sense. In Carbon, we use the client tasks to make sure we're getting automated responses out to clients to upload documentation for us. We're using QBO with connected bank feeds to bring in bank statements and automate our bank reconciliations. It's really looking at our tech stack instead of going, okay, we need this overlay, which I do think a few years ago it was really important, and we looked, for whatever reason, we couldn't get comfortable with Botkeeper, and we decided, nope, the way we're going to do is lean into our individual platforms, and where we can't, our practice management is going to be the one that sort of carries the heavy weight, which is great as well, because it lives then in a system where we all live. These timelines that if a team member disappears tomorrow, well, everybody else can still see what's happening as long as they're connected to the client.
I think Botkeeper was built in the early days of outsourced accounting, where we were using not only U.S. staff remotely, but also outsourcing to other countries. And I think there was a real need for integration across that tool so you could upskill a new group coming in rather quickly. I think that was the initial bent behind it. And I think as the individual tools got better, some of those specific, as Zane described, that overlay was not as important. And also these individual component players have had more time to develop specific solutions to some of our unique problems. And so it's harder for a newer player to come in with an overlay anything that has the depth of correction that we've made those vendors make over the years, at least for now.